Ooh, prosperity and abundance through the Most High Elohim. I am Mrs. Melanin Reigns, and it is an honor and a pleasure to be back with you all. So I've been waiting days to do this video, but I had to take my time and get to it when I could. And I'm so excited to share this with you guys because it's mandatory. So the title of the video is going to be "A Lustful Man is a Liability." And I really want to share this because I don't think that a lot of women understand this. And then also there's so much dating desperation going on right now. This was placed on my spirit to share. So hopefully it helps somebody, it encourages somebody, and let's get into it. So basically, it speaks for itself. A lustful man is a liability. There's so much rhetoric going on right now that I don't even think most people are thinking for themselves. Okay, there's so much dating rhetoric going on. There's so many agendas surrounding the family and the breaking down of the household and the breaking down of love and what it really is used for, or it is supposed to be utilized for, right? So my first thing that I want to really speak to women about is, where do you stand? Where do you stand with your relationship with self? Where do you stand with your relationship, and y'all know I'm going there, with the Most High? And I have to say it has nothing to do with religion. Where do you stand with your relationship with your feminine power for you, not defined by a man, not to attract a man? Where do you stand with your femininity for you? Because if we really could teach that, especially to younger women, if we raise our daughters, and when I say our daughters, I don't mean you don't have to have a child. It's about our communities, especially as feminine vessels, because as a woman, you are a feminine vessel. I don't care what type of rhetoric is out here today. You were born a feminine vessel for a reason. So with that being said, where do you stand with that relationship? Do you know what you truly want, apart from what society is telling you to want? Do you know where your power truly lies? Do you know what would truly help you as a feminine vessel, as a woman, a young woman, an older woman, a whatever woman? Do you really know the power in your femininity? Because most times nowadays when I hear the power of your femininity, I hear it attached to attracting men and being submissive and blah, blah, blah. But in my experience, and I'm still trying to find a way to really articulate this and share, but in my experience, on this journey, I think around the age of 16, so I graduated when I was 16, and right away, I made a decision for myself, and maybe even before then, I knew that I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, because I knew I wanted to have children. Not everybody wants to have children, so just follow me. This is my story. I knew I wanted to have children. I've known that since, I don't know, when I was younger. And more importantly than having my own children, I knew that I wanted to be to children what I really needed when I was a child. So I am a person who, my goals in life, my aspirations in life was very simple. I know people have these goals of traveling and being this and being that. My ultimate goal was to be to children what I needed when I was younger. And I have done that and continue to do so. And in the simplicity of that, I got to experience the power of being still. And in the power of being still, I got to see through the matrix for what it is. Okay? So what a lot of people don't know, what a lot of young women don't know, what a lot of older women don't know is, I don't know why I always do that. Why do I always do the young women, older women thing? I don't know. A part of what we don't really know is that we were designed as magnetic beings. And I promise you, you don't need a man or a job. And I'm not saying you don't need a man like Miss Independent. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you are designed that in your singleness, as you develop as a young woman and you're coming up, in your stillness, you were designed to attract all that you need to you. Magnetize, let's use that word. You were designed to magnetize all that you need to you based upon your heart, your spirit, and what your purpose is. So when I say you don't necessarily need a man, again, it's not that you don't need a man rhetoric. It's before you even find your husband, you are becoming. Before you even know, or before you even start dating, before you even start interacting in that way, the Most High has designed you to be provided for and protected as a feminine vessel. I swear to you. So how do I explain this? Like, there were times like throughout my what age was I? I want to say like, let's say 16 through, I don't know, to now when I'm 25. I'm 25 right now. And when I tell you things happen in mysterious ways, and I mean, they happened, I don't even know how to explain it. That's how miraculous it is. Through my moving wherever I've stayed. So the places I've stayed, the place I'm staying at right now, the Most High takes care of it all. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. This is not something that I have to do any type of ritual for. This is not something that I have to do or listen to, what is it called? Not money affirmations. I done forgot what it's called. I used to listen to them. Money frequencies, anything like that. It's not something that you have to do that for. All you have to do, whether this bothers you or not, is be obedient to the Most High. And so many of us, when we embark upon our spiritual journey, we don't even know we're being obedient to the Most High. When you're changing your diet and you're cleansing your body and you're fasting and you're getting in tune with yourself and you're clearing your mind and you're striving to clear yourself of generational trauma, generational curses, things of that nature, you are in obedience with the Most High. It's bigger than the universe because the universe is only one aspect. The universe is only one tool in the Most High's belt. Only one tool. Even scientists will say there's more than the universe, there's the omniverse, etc., etc. So it's not just the universe. You know, and I cannot stress that enough. But we were designed to be provided for and protected. So before you even get to the point of saying, okay, I have a man and he, you know, he's the head and he provides and he protects. As you are coming up, you're provided for and protected. Even in certain cultures and how they keep their daughters until their daughters marry, that is a symbol and a sign of that. Even if you journey upon your own, you know, you journey upon your path alone, you will be provided for and protected. And if you're able to opt out of the rat race, you can witness that. But when you don't, you'll just think, you know, things are, you have to work and you have to do this and you have to do that. But ultimately, we are literally designed to magnetize everything that we need to us. So when it comes to lusting for love, we get ourselves in trouble. We get ourselves in so much trouble by lusting for love, settling for less, being too accessible, and not knowing what type of women we are setting out to be, what standards we should have, and what a man looks like. Because so many men don't even know what a man looks like. So many men think that all men cheat, all men do this, all men are that. It's not just women that think that. It's not just women that portray men that way. Men portray men that way. They don't know that there are men out here who are upright and just, and they strive upon their path. They've never been perfect, but they've had their experiences. They know what works best for them, and they know that as a masculine vessel, there are certain things that they must do that will bring them the true fruitfulness and abundance that they are seeking, outside of anybody else's agenda, outside of anybody else's contract, outside of anybody else's job. It took me a while. So the title, A Lustful Man is a Liability. A lot of times we see red flags, we ignore them. A lot of time we're a big red flag, so we're ignoring what the other person is doing, because we'll say, oh, well, nobody's perfect, because we know we're not ready to tighten up in our own corner so that we can be still and really wait for what is purpose for us. A lustful man is a liability, sis. He's a liability to your mental health. He's a liability to your emotional health. He's a liability to your financial situation. He's a liability to your spiritual nature. He's a liability to his own self, let alone what he brings to you. And we have to keep in mind that when we're dealing with men, we're on the receiving end. So if he's coming with a bunch of baggage, a bunch of trauma, a bunch of deceit, a bunch of lust and lies, he's filling you up with that. You're a receiver. You don't just receive energy, you expand energy. So now you got a household full of chaos, or you have a situationship full of chaos. A lustful man is a liability. A lustful man is a liability. I promise you. And I wish that we would put this in perspective for ourselves and up the standards that we have for ourselves, and just continue on your path. Continue to be your best self. Continue to strive. Continue to heal. Continue to learn and enjoy your life. It's not, I'm going to do this so he can do that. No. When you recognize a man is not fruitful and abundant, he is not for you. He's using you as a placeholder. The best thing for you to do is to walk away. Don't walk away and think, okay, if I do this, then he'll do that. Or you listen to a dating coach and say, okay, if you pull back, then he's going to be all over you. And then you go back soon as he's... Don't play those games. You walk away, and you walk away for better, even if better is not him. Even if better is nobody. That's another thing. You shouldn't have to be guaranteed another person. You should be satisfied that, okay, maybe there is no person, and that's okay. That's okay. And when we're not at that place in our journey, we still have a lot of work to do. Let's not get it confused anywhere in this video that I'm saying we don't need a man. We need one another. We do. Men and women need one another. We as humans, we need one another. No matter how much we think we're so powerful on our own, no man is an island. You did not come here and every time you go to the supermarket, every time you walk outside, it's not just you. You see other people, and it's purpose and it's purposeful. So as much as we like to, get in a space of hurt and want to withdraw from society or withdraw from dating, withdraw from whatever the case may be, we need to remember that we do need one another, but we need one another in our healthy state, striving for our best selves, not articulating, not just intellectualizing, not just posting a meme about it, not just sharing videos about it, but doing the work on your energy, finding out more about how we were designed, and doing that in a righteous and just way, not a self-righteous way, not a falsely righteous way, not a fake spiritual, fake religious way. No, in truth, honesty, and integrity. On your path, you heal with your gifts. You heal with the gift that you were given, whether it be singing, writing, whatever the case may be. A lustful man is a liability. I want you guys to understand that. Stop being so pressed for marriage. Stop being so pressed to show people that you can get a man. Stop being so pressed to show people that you're raising your children in a two-parent household, and the two-parent household is toxic. You're not just hurting yourself, you're hurting your partner, you're hurting your children. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. A lustful man is a liability. And he is supposed to be a leader. So if he's leading in lust, you're following in lust. If he's leading in deceit, you're following in deceit. If he's leading in lack of integrity, you're following in lack of integrity. And so many women would rather lose respect for a man, lose the intimacy, lose your loving feminine nature, and allow them to drain you, than to walk away. Walk away from those situations. Learn. And if you are going to take a stand against a lustful man, you can't be a lustful woman. You can't be out here just trying to make yourself seem like, you're such a good catch because you're so freaky, or everybody got to know how you do this, or everybody has to know we, and I say we because I've been there, done that. We have to pull away from that. It does nothing for us. It's just a sign that we are still hurt. It's a sign that we are insecure and we're seeking validation, even when we don't want to admit it. As women, we need to be a lot less accessible, a lot more wise, and a lot less naive. We have to stop ignoring red flags. Because if you ignore one red flag, he is going to take you to Six Flags. I promise. And there is nothing wrong with being to yourself for a season or for life. Love is fluid and love is unconditional. Love comes through so many different things, so many different variations. And don't get me wrong, partnership, marriage is beautiful. It's essential in a lot of cases. But in the world that we live in today, a lot of people have been turned over to a reprobate mind. So you have to really get in where you fit in. And if you're not looking for destruction, if you're not looking for emotional, mental, spiritual, physical turmoil, because there are definitely STDs and STIs out here, okay? That's another thing. Then you need to get serious about where you stand. And so that's all I'm going to share for now. I hope I got through it and made the point that I came to make. I know there were so many other things that I added to it, but I'm glad I could share this message for you and with you all. And I will talk to you all soon.